Take a shot if you feel poor even though you earn more than your parents when they were your age.
ये तो टट्टी है.
01 has all these Gen Z employees and they all think they're really good at managing money. But I don't think so. So we got them all here and I have all these questions to figure out, are they really poor? So let's start with question number 2. Take a shot if you went out with your friends during the month end even though you know you don't have any money. Never? Tell me the story.
जाना होता है लेकिन नहीं होते पैसे and then जब बिल आता है तो you act like oh my UPI is not okay.
Majority of my friends are still in college. So now because I am earning, so it's like कि मैं ही pay करूँगी.
Okay, next question. And you guys should also answer all the questions and put it in the comments and it'll be a fun exercise for you. Drink a shot if you bought your phone in cash and it costs more than 50% of your salary. What phone is it?
iPhone 15.
तो मेरा मन था कि मैं आईफोन लूं अपने पैसों से.
Does the opposite sex notice that you have like an iPhone?
सर जिसके पास आईफोन होता है वही पॉपुलर होता है.
तो जब हम कॉलेज में थे तो आई थिंक 40 बच्चे क्लास में किसी 2 या 3 बच्चे के पास आईफोन होता था और उनका जो ग्रुप होता था ना सबसे बड़ा होता था.
So when a thought like this comes where you look at someone else and he has an iPhone and that's the reason you're buying an iPhone for validation, just label that thought कि I'm buying it because I want to be popular. Don't tell yourself कि नहीं, I'm going to use it for social media. Just be honest to yourself so that the next time you feel envy, you don't react to it. Okay? Take a shot if you've hidden or sneaked a shopping box from your parents or flatmates because you ordered a lot of stuff that month and you were a little embarrassed. Very nice, it was cute, I know. Tell me the story, Akriti.
मेरा ऑर्डर्स बहुत सारे आ रहे थे. 1 मंथ में पहले मेरा मेकअप का सारा सामान आया, देन माई ड्रेसेस, देन सम मतलब फूड तो डेली आ ही रहा था. आई यूज्ड टू कॉल डिलीवरी पार्टनर कि आप प्लीज ऊपर मत आना, मैं जाके ले लूंगी आके. और
Okay guys, let's play a game. How many things did you buy in the last 30 days? Open your bank account and count.
23.
10.
10.
34.
Whoa! Okay, now be honest. When you went through this, do you think you spent more than what you thought? यार ये this is more than I thought. ये तो मैं ज़्यादा करता हूँ थोड़ा, आपको पता चल रहा है. This is called denial. When you want to go and buy stuff and the internet and these apps are actually designed to make you order again. The only thing you can really do is you can't stop using them. You have to use them. But if you label the thought or maybe write down all your expenses, you can at least control it. Okay, this question is a little crazy. Are you ready? How many of you want to buy a house in the future? Drink a shot if you've not started saving up for it. Oh, wow. So first we'll go, why do you want to buy a house?
So मेरी फैमिली स्टार्टिंग से रेंट पे रही है. वी नो द स्ट्रगल कि आप ये नहीं कर सकते, वो नहीं कर सकते, कभी भी शिफ्ट करके इधर-उधर जा रहे हो.
I think I'm too young to think about buying a house.
मतलब मेरी मम्मी का वो ड्रीम कि उन्हें सब एक घर लेंगे.
तो सेव क्यों नहीं कर रहा हूँ?
कर रहा हूँ सर मैं सेव.
If you buy a house for 1 crore, after 20 years, interest के साथ how much will you pay?
I think 1 crore 50 lakhs.
2 crore है actually.
2 करोड़. मैं रेंट पे ही रह लूँ.
Imagine you have bought a house for 1 crore. It's on loan. You paid EMI for 1 month, 2 months, 6 months, 1 year, 5 years. And you've paid roughly 52 lakhs. Out of that 1 crore, how much is left?
50 lakhs.
88 lakhs.
Oh, अच्छा.
You have to pay 88 lakhs more and on top of that you'll pay more interest. So a better way to think about this, you buy a piece of land or a house in a smaller town in the outskirts. So that's one, but then who will stay there? You stay in a city. Second is you divide your life into 2 parts. When you have high energy, when you have low energy. You actually need the home when you cannot go anywhere else apart from the home. When will you have low energy? I'm guessing after 60, I guess. Can you plan for it then? And maybe use that money right now for your high energy years on travel and experiences, and optimizing for experiences. So that's the end of round number 1. Now we'll move to round number 2, where all of their shots have already been changed. Let's begin. Woo! Question 1. Sir. कहाँ जा रहे हो? No. Hey, security.
मैं भी खेलूँगा सर.
It's not fair.
Please also judge.
Then you should pay a fine. You should pay a fine. No. Okay, round number 2, question 1. Take a shot if you have splurged because you were having a bad day. Really? Ah, yeah. My guy. You shot because you were having a bad day.
I shopped, yeah.
What did you buy?
Food.
Did you feel better?
नहीं ऑलरेडी हो गया मुझे लगा वेट भी बढ़ जाएगा पैसे भी चलेंगे
Things that I don't exactly need, I save them in my cart. Then that one day comes when I'm like, तो मैं
Next question. Take a shot if you'd be willing to take a pay cut if you get a chance to work only 4 days a week.
सैलरी बढ़ा के 6 दिन बुला दो.
Where are the GenZs? You sound like millennials. Who would take that deal? You come one day extra and get paid extra for that one day. Actually, I heard a lot of Gen Z cares about anti-hustle, mental health, etc. Which millennials actually, I'm sorry, fucked for this generation. कि बहुत काम करना चाहिए, बहुत काम करना चाहिए.
What do you think about 5-day work week or a 4-day work week?
I think there are two kinds of work. One is which resets every day. So you come to work, you create content, the content is out. Next day it's zero and you start again. The other kind of work is whatever you did last week, you have to do less the next week. For example, if you are say a founder, you had to hire so many people, take interviews every day, but एक बार team बन गया, I don't have to take more interviews in the future. The HR will do it, other people will do it. So if you're in the second kind of workplace, you can work 2 days a week. But the problem is to get to that point, you have to work really, really hard. So you rather optimize to work more when you're younger so that later on in life, you are paid to work less and paid more for your judgment. Next question. Take a shot if you bought something just because an influencer was using it or promoting it. Please.
I want like a waxing something.
What?
I was like, it will save time also. Eventually, I got convinced. तो मैंने कहा कि आप चलो ले ही ले. And then it smelled like shit.
Next question. Once you get an appraisal, where will you splurge the extra money?
probably I'll go to Goa
बाइक खरीदना है.
क्या होगा ही नहीं कह रहा है. सर मैं तो सेविंग्स करूँगा, मतलब थोड़ा थोड़ा डिपॉजिट करते रहूँगा और मम्मी का सपना पूरा होगा.
This is really interesting. When you're saying I want to buy a home and I live in a rented home and देखो कितनी तकलीफ है and rented है बहुत खराब है. You're saying right now your situation is bad. And in the future when I climb this arduous mountain after 25 years, I will reach the peak which is buying the home. Then I'll be happy. You're saying तब तक के लिए I accept I'll be unhappy every single day of my life. You've already achieved a lot in your lives. You just don't think it's a lot because there's someone else who has more than you. Okay, guys, does social media pressure you into get education, marry, get a car? Drink the shot. Drink the shot.
तो ऐसे भी बीच में दिसंबर के आसपास खूब शादियाँ होती हैं. मैं इंस्टा खोलता था तो शादी सारी दिखती थी. मम्मी को मम्मी शादी कर ही लेता.
तो तुम दुल्हन को देखते थे, ग्रूम को देखते थे?
सर दोनों दिखते थे.
तो अभी जब मेरी शादी का टाइम आने वाला था तो इंस्टाग्राम पर सब रील्स वही शादी वाली. तो स्टार्टिंग में प्लान था कि एक्स अमाउंट स्पेंड करना है शादी में, बट फिर रील्स देख के लगा कि यार एंट्री ऐसे करनी है, ये होना चाहिए शादी में, वो होना चाहिए. फिर 2x हो गया उसका.
सर इंस्टा फीड में भरा पड़ा रहता है स्टोरी. इंडिया में नहीं, फॉरेन में जाके पढ़ो.
हाँ.
वहाँ पे बेटर है, हम आपको दिला देंगे डील्स.
I think ये जो एडवाइस ये लोग बांट रहे होते हैं वही कमा रहे होते हैं.
Okay, next question. Drink a shot if you have more than 3 subscriptions. More than 3. How many do you have?
One.
Swiggy, Zomato, Netflix, Hotstar, Z5, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Cloud, Google Drive.
So my Spotify subscription went on for like 6 to 7 months and I didn't know. And then one day I saw कि 179 rupees कट गए हैं फिर से. And then I saw कि
बहुत बारी हुआ है.
सिमिलर थिंग हैपेंड विद मी ऑल्सो कि मैंने हॉटस्टार का सब्सक्रिप्शन लिया कि अब से मैं रेगुलर देखूंगा, और वो दिन था और लास्ट दिन जब वो खत्म हो गया एक भी मूवी नहीं देखी.
This is round 3 and these are the worst drinks. Would you quit your job if you think that it's affecting you mentally?
I would just like to say whoever made the shots.
I think a millennial would have answered, अगर पैसे अच्छे हैं, they will continue to work there forever until they find a job जहाँ पे the money is slightly better, but honestly they probably won't look. What do you guys think about that?
So ऐसा वर्क एनवायरनमेंट में नहीं पॉसिबल हो पाएगा वर्क करना.
Mental health.
just about mentally फिर एक टाइम बाद फिजिकल हेल्थ भी इफेक्ट करने लगती है.
What's the definition of a toxic workplace?
जैसे मैं सर काम करूँ मैं लेट तक भी, तब भी सुबह के मेरे को पिंच करना कि वो हुआ नहीं हुआ, ये नहीं हुआ, उड़ जाऊँ.
तुमको ले जाके पीछ करके वापस ला दे।
सर
टॉक्सिक ये था, दे यूज टू होल्ड द सैलरीज, 15 तारीख को आ रही है, 20 तारीख को आ रही है, और वो भी एक बार मेडिकल इमरजेंसी हुआ था, उसके बाद भी उन्होंने पूरा मेरा सैलरी पे कट किया है। और जब मैं आई हूँ तो उनको लगा कि मैं छोड़ गई हूँ, तो इस वजह से उनको डाउट था मुझ पे, इसलिए उन्होंने मुझे सैलरी नहीं दी।
I would say toxic, yes, but this is also exploitation. आपने काम किया, आपका हक है. Actually, आपका generation का the advantage you guys have is you have choice, which is why you can switch. So it's a good thing. Before us, there was no choice. There were not many companies. There was not much talent. So everyone assumed they'll just stay in the same company for a longer time. But I think when you switch because you feel that place is better, that's a problem. If you're switching only because you're optimizing for money, you might find it, but you might be miserable. So you should be okay with that. Next question. Take a shot if you think you understand less about money than your parents did at your age.
I know.
Yes.
And I think this is this generation's superpower. Everyone says कि वो Gen Z this, Gen Z that, but it's actually the most informed, FOMO-driven, anxiety-driven, self-aware generation we actually know. They know what makes them happy. They would prefer mental solitude, mental peace versus just money. They actually, for the first time, have some kind of balance. So give a round of applause for yourself.